have about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes before I get there. What time is it? Maybe 15 to 20 minutes before I get there. So forget everything I said before. Scratch that. Let's talk about Big Brother. I saw the episode this morning. The episode was a decent episode. So it showed, the people that were picked as nominees. It flashed back to that. And then it showed Kelly volunteering herself again to Lauren. She was like, I'm volunteering myself to make Lauren's week a little easier. And I've gotten off the block. I volunteered 3 times, and a lot of people are gonna owe me a lot of favors later. And I'm like, ooh, where did they get this lady? One of my favorite sayings that they don't seem to say anymore? Checks bounce at the Big Brother house. So it's like, if you're gonna do someone a favor, make your vote the favor, or do something smart, like when you're HOH. Let's say you win an HOH and you're making your 3 selections, and there was somebody who was never on your list of 3 that you were never planning to put up, but you have them in your HOH room telling you, I want to work with you, don't put me up, blah blah blah. So you tell them, hey, if I don't put you, I'm in consideration of putting you up this week, but if I don't put you up, will you guarantee that if you win HOH next week, I'm not going to go up? So it's like you leverage something to your advantage, or even if you're not lying, if you really mean it, like, okay, this person is in consideration for going on the block, and I'm going to consider not putting them on the block if they won't put me on the block. I'll try to make a deal with them in the HOH room. That's something, but you don't have leverage from the block unless you're like Dan Giesling or something, and clearly Kelly is not Dan Giesling. So volunteering yourself is not making yourself a strong player with a strong resume. It's making you a dummy. All right. So moving on from that, we had Keanu. Keanu was trying to talk to the whole house. Hello, Caleb. Keanu was trying to talk to the whole house about the veto comp and tell everyone in the house. Well, tell a lot of people in the house, anyways. Oh, it would be to your benefit to have me in the game. So if you play in the veto comp, can you guarantee me that you're going to select for me to come off the block? And he basically didn't get a yes from anyone, which should tell him his standing in the house. If not one person says, I would pull you off the block, even though a good maybe half of the house at least has said that they like him and want him to be there. So the math ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin' for them wanting him to be there. It's just as soon as he loses, he's out. I feel like that's going to be the case until he's out. And then we had Will. I like that they're featuring so much Will in the episode. They did it last episode on Sunday. They did it this episode on Wednesday, where they were showing how Will felt. Will was pissed. It's interesting that they were showing Will's dynamic with Ashley. I have noticed that Ashley has gravitated towards Will. Pretty cool. He's like her work dad. I mean, it's not work, but it is work. So I consider it like work dad. Like, I've had a work mom before back in the day, and that's like their dynamic. So it's cool to see someone who's not just talking to him because it's like, oh, extra number, but she's like, this is the person that I trust most. After since Amy's not in there, Amy was, I guess, the person she trusted the most, and now Amy is not there, so she's gravitated even more towards Will. And then what else? Vinny. whatever you want to call him. Vinny Vince. I don't understand this guy's gameplay at all. It's like Vinny is, I don't know, used car salesman. Goes around to everybody and is like, if I won the power of veto, I would use it on you. If I won the power of veto, I would use it on you. Tells Lauren, if I win the power of veto, I would keep the nom the same. And he's like, well, what else am I supposed to do? And I'm like, why do you think that you have to make promises to everybody without them even asking you? I have to tell this person this. And the only one that I could say I understood the logic was when he said, I have to make Keanu not feel like I'm a target because there's a chance of him winning an HOH and I don't want to be on his radar. That one I can understand, because Keanu is the only one who tries it. Like, he's one that you know. I don't even think he's some comp beast or anything. I just think that he's the only one who is going to try like 1,000% every competition because he knows his back is against the wall. So we get into this power of veto comp. So I'm thinking, okay, what comp did big bad Keanu win? Is it simple? I don't know what those things are called, but I've done one of those in an escape room where you got to go through the lasers and then you have to hold this relic up and bring it through the obstacle with you. And I'm watching Vince throws it. Vince throws the competition. Like, it shows him doing the most and working hard to throw it. And then Will and Ashley try. I think they tried because they didn't say anything otherwise. And they finished outside of the top 3. What are these cars talking about? Vince finished in 3rd. Lauren finished in 2nd with like 7 minutes and 20 something second. Basically, Keanu, trying his little heart out, beat Lauren by under 30 seconds, and the other people in the competition were terrible. So when I heard Ashley talking about it on the feeds, I thought that it was so hard and he did so good, but it wasn't terribly hard, and he wasn't that good either. So he hasn't really done anything to me that makes him look like he's going to be some comp beast that runs the table or anything like that. But the point is, he got off the block. That left Will and Kelly on the block. He took himself off. And then Lauren had to pick the replacement nom. Lauren was going back and forth. It